By the way, I just want to know, are these things illegal? Are you watching any shows? I need a show to watch.
Yeah, I'm watching Ted Lasso. Well, I was watching Ted Lasso last weekend.
How is it?
Yeah. It was nice, but for a football fan, some of
You're
the
disappointed.
game scenes were like they were very mid.
Yeah, I liked season 1. From there, I think I saw season 2, like 3 episodes, and then I stopped because of season 1. Like, I liked the motivation that the coach gave, how he changed everything, how he came to a sport that he doesn't know and made everybody fall in love. Even though they tried to sabotage him, I liked that part, that he changed people's mindset and just like motivation of the team, how he lifted up Crystal Palace. But there were just some episodes that made me like, I just want to finish the season, but from here on, if this is how you're gonna continue, I'm not watching it. And it has a higher rating than expected. Like, it doesn't match the rating.
It's nice, man. I like the storyline.
The story is nice, but it's not worth the rating. Yes, the soccer scenes suck.
Yeah, especially the ones in season 3. They were very unrealistic. Oh, as I said,
which season was? Wait, sorry. Which season was it where? Because I don't know where I stopped. Maybe season 2. I'm not sure. There was a season where the main guy from Man City, when he was still in Crystal Palace, they made a false run.
It's Richmond. Why do you keep saying
Richmond? Yeah, Richmond. When he made a false run so that they can pass it to like someone else, and then he scores. Like, the way they made it, it was like so dumb. It seemed like primary school soccer. It wasn't elite like that. Anyway, what happened in season 3? What happened in season 3?
They almost won the league. So
really?
Yeah, they came second behind Man City. Man City, they win even in movies, bro. Yeah. Pep Guardiola made an appearance there.
Oh.
And then
was he like the coach? Was he like still the coach?
Yeah, he was the coach. And then after the match, like he kind of like said some things to Ted Lasso that he should keep going. Yeah, it's not about winning. What That was cool. That was cool. The first real, like, someone we know from the footballing industry.
Yeah.
Because the Man City players you'd see them, names that you don't even know. Like, if you're gonna change it, make it funny, if you wanna replace Kyle Walker, maybe say something like Kyle Rana, replace be creative with your thinking. They were just doing random names there,
and you know how, I don't know if it's just me, in every show that I watch, there's always some characters I just hate, for no reason, or because like their characters just like boring. For me, in this one, it was the old guy, the one who started coaching little children. I think he was a defender or something. In season 1, there was a guy who was old. I hated that guy. I hated him. The one who was like,
how could you hate?
Yeah, at first he was a legend or something like that. Yeah.
He's here, he's there, he's fucking everywhere. How can you hate Ray?
I don't know, I just hate him. And he's like too strict. He's like,
he's very
he doesn't try to have fun. Yeah, he doesn't try to have fun like the rest of the team. He isolates himself. And at first I hated him because he didn't believe in the coach. He thought the coach was a joke. And like, I don't know, I just, every time he's there, I just didn't like him. And then they try to, and in some episodes they were boring because they were focusing on him and his life and the girl he started dating, the one who was ex with the other one. I was just like, this is so irrelevant. Get to Ted already. I just want to hear Ted speaking. I want to hear his motivation. I want to hear what he wants to say. I just get to him, and that's all I want.
Yeah, they could have.
That was a nice show.
They could have focused more on the actual football. You know what happens in the dressing room. When they started showing Aboroy Kent and their love life, I
was like, this is so irrelevant, man,
bro.
And the little scenes, there are some little scenes that I actually liked. The first one that I liked was when Ted would come with biscuits every morning for the lady. And at first she never wanted them or anything like that, and then eventually she started liking them because they were like so good. It's a good story. Wow.
And then she liked them so much. She like asked her assistant to find out where Ted bought the cookies, only to find out that he was baking them.
He was making them, and she also didn't believe in him. She just wanted to like destroy the club because of the bitterness of. Man, it's a good story. To think about it, it's a good. It's a good show, but it makes up for the worst scenes that they have. That's what that's what I've noticed.
True.
Anyway, I just need a good show like that. It's Apple TV.
I
need a good show like that.
Someone recommended Slow Horses, but I fell asleep the second episode. I don't know.
Was it nice? I don't know it.
What else am I watching? I like watching old sitcoms. About 2.5 Men.
Me too.
Ooh.
I don't mind them. People hate them because they're too long and also they're laughing audience. And I don't mind them. I actually like them.
Yeah, like that's true art there. Those guys can act. Those guys can act, man.
Those are good shows.
Yeah. What else?
Before I talk about the hospital thing, do you have any like top 3 that you have of the old ones? And it doesn't have to be old, but like just sitcoms in general.
My boy, how can I forget the name of this? Is it? Man.
What's the story about?
2.5 Men is definitely my top 3.
Yeah.
And then that Will Smith show, man. What is it called? Prince of
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yes, sir. And then this one. Oh man. What is it called? Is it Blackness or what? Man.
Blackness. Blackish.
My boy. Blackish is
really.
That's my number 1. You know what I like about it?
But who is it by? Is it Lawrence?
No, it's not Lawrence. That what's that guy's name? Man? He's very loud.
But he's an actor. I see him. I see who you're talking about.
Yeah. So like, you know what I like most about that show? You get, in every episode you get to learn about black history. I mean, obviously American black history.
The American one. Yeah.
You get to learn about those topics, bro. In every episode, they're always there at the office talking about real issues. You know. So yeah, man, I like it.
You said something. Sorry. You said something that reminded me of one of my favorite that I wasn't gonna mention, but continue.
Yeah, man, Blackish. Sheesh. I mean, I enjoyed that show, man. I feel like I could pay someone to raise my memory so that I can watch it again. Yo, it was nice.
How many seasons is it?
I think, was it 5 or there were a lot. Yeah, it's just that I was watching it on, is it Kujara or what? Yeah.
Yeah.
So some episodes were missing.
I hate it when I see stuff like that, man. Is this, by the way, I just want to know, are these things illegal?
Eh? They are not legal. They're not illegal, but they're not legal.
But
Yeah. It's
like, is it something that sorry, is it something that you can confidently talk about? Because if you do go on YouTube and search what are some of the websites they will recommend them. So if people are recommending them, it means they are legal. But I've also seen here and there about being illegal or stuff like that. So I'm just wondering, with these websites, are they, especially that one, because I don't know any other website besides that one, and I hate it when you find like episode 1, 2, 5, 7,
Bruh.
10, and like, what's the rest?
what's definitely illegal is the person who's hosting the website. Like what they're doing is very illegal. That's straight up copyright infringement. So yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, for us, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay.
But I've stopped.
Okay.
I want Apple TV and Netflix now.
Yeah, I wonder, for a long time I used to wonder, why am I paying Netflix? And the moment you try to cancel it, they release a good show.
Yo.
And then just keep you paying for it. Like, sorry. Like just right at the end of the month where you're like, I should cancel this. Something good comes out.
Yeah.
And then you just keep for that one show. That one show only. Or something that's just trending and you also want to see it.
Yeah.
Because it's on Netflix. Anyway, for me, I would say, because I didn't even think about this, but when you were mentioning the Blackish, I would say my top 3 in no order would be The Office. Have you seen The Office?
Mm-hmm.
The Office, that is a great show. And the thing is, I was doubting it for a long time. It's one of those shows where you're just doubting it for a long time. Where you see it and you're just like, let me check it. But then you're just like, no. I doubted it for a long time, and I think I saw it like 2021, somewhere there. And that was the best show I've ever seen. The Office. The Office. That thing is so funny. I've never laughed like that with a sitcom. The Office is a great show. So the Office would definitely be there. And then Modern Family. I really like Modern Family and how like their awkwardness molds together, and like them being a family and just developing, and the character develop. It's amazing.
Sure.
I love Modern Family.
By
Modern Family. Huh?
No, I just remember this other scene. A guy said, a black guy introduced himself to that what's his name? I forgot his name. He was like, I'm Sean, by the way. And then he was like, honey. This guy has a beautiful African surname. I don't know if I'm gonna get this right. Sean, by the way. Like the humor is not false.
By the way, yeah, the humor in that show, it's so amazing. And sometimes like they find humor in the awkwardness of life, or like things in life that just becomes awkward. It's so amazing. What a family. I love that show. And then the third one, I would say, this is mainly because it's just a good story. But How I Met Your Mother. I enjoyed How I Met Your Mother. It's not funny, but like I was just so interested in seeing Ted finding the love of his life. And have you seen it?
Yeah, I used to watch it when when it was playing on ETV. I don't remember the storyline though.
Yeah, so you get through like 11 seasons of this person trying to find his wife, and at the end they ruin it. I hated the ending because at the end he ends up being with the same person in season 1, like
Yeah.
the same, like the first, like he's been dating different types of girls, but the first one that he dated in the show is the one that he ended up with, and I hated that. Also because of what happened throughout, that girl dating one of his closest best friend, even marrying that person and then divorcing.
Yeah.
It was just shitty at the end, but I actually enjoyed like the life story of it. Those would definitely be mine.
What's your top three? Where do you watch them?
The website, obviously.
Now I thought maybe there's like an official website where we can pay to watch them. Or I think is it BBC or no? I don't know. I don't know.
I just go to Kojara and then watch them there. What else can I do? There's nothing I can do. Anyway,
Ish.
what's happening? What's happening in health? Have you ever been admitted to the hospital?
Nah.
Never.
Uh-uh.
Okay. So I don't know if it was last week. I think it was like, yeah, I think it was last week. And then I'm gonna post this next week. So like 2 weeks ago, in a way, there was a video of a guy who got admitted to like a Helen Joseph hospital. It's a hospital in Johannesburg, Parktown, Auckland Park. And the guy was just like shocked at how the facility looks. Not the infrastructure, the services that are there. He was complaining on the video. He made a video and then he posted it on social media. He complained about the facility, how it's like, what the bathtubs are like, the taps don't work, the plugs don't work, the living situation of the hospital is just terrible. And he also complained about the services of the staff, like the doctors and nurses, but he mainly complained about doctors. He had doctors see him, but he said in the video, he says like the first two or first three doctors, he even mentioned their name. It was like those doctors were nice, but when he got handed over to another doctor. So usually at the hospital, if like a rotation is done, the like I let's say it's my patient, I will hand over my patient to you, and then I'm gonna tell you, oh, these are my patients, these have this and this and this, and then you are gonna continue from there, and then I'm gonna continue with another rotation. Usually that's how it happens. I'm not sure how it happened, but that's what I got from his story. And when he was handed over to another doctor, so the doctor that came after that, they were not polite. Something as simple as just like good morning or like greetings or
Yeah.
anything like that. They were just there. They were basically they were just there for business. You see what's wrong with the patient, deal with the patient, prescribe or treatment, and then go. So he was complaining about that they were not, the hospitality was just bad. And
Yeah.
then how another patient like across him passed away, and the doctors were like being rude and talking about other things that are not even related to work. So he was
Yeah.
just complaining about that. And what the video that he made, so because it became huge, I saw a video about the MEC, I think, I'm not sure, saying that they will go to the hospital and, what did they say? There's a word that they say. They said, I'll research it again. And they will look into it. Yeah, they said they
Oh,
will look into it.
I hate politicians, bro. Yo.
They said they will look into it. And the MEC said they will go to the hospital and deal with the matter. The thing that I feel like people are not getting out of this is that, like, I understand being rude. That one is terrible. But the infrastructure has nothing to do with the doctors or the nurses or any healthcare workers. This is just a message directly to the MECs or the people in health, the people on top. This is basic. That's what I got most of the time. Most of the things. Yes, the doctors were rude, or they were not saying, they were not being polite to the patient. But these people up top, they just have this thing of changing a narrative into something else. So now they're looking into the workers and just like investigating the workers, seeing if they are being compliant, and they're missing the whole point of just implement better structures, or fund the hospitals to get more employees, first of all, so because people are understaffed and overworked. And just fixing the facilities so that they can get better equipments, and then just fix like tiny things, hire plumbers to come and fix those things. But the thing that they're usually doing is just like, we'll look into it as if this is something new. They will look into it, and then and another thing, I know by next week this whole thing would have been forgotten. It'll still be there, but as to what's been implemented, I doubt anything's going to be implemented. That's how little hope I have in them.
Foreigners, what did I say? Foreigners, politicians.
Say what you want to say. What you want to say. What are the foreigners doing? What are the foreigners doing?
No, man. I was on Twitter, man. I was on Twitter reading this other thing about illegal foreigners. There's this new education bill. Is it Bella or what? So
Bella.
It allows the children of illegal foreigners to be, in public schools. So that's why I said foreigners. Just popped into my mind. But I hate politicians, man. I hate politicians because even the new Minister of Basic Education was opposing the bill. Even though, the only thing that I don't agree with on that bill is just that one thing about illegal foreigners and their kids being allowed, to study. Because what happens if that the parent gets deported? What happens to the kid who's now in our public system? What happens there? So, but politicians
even some illegal foreigners are also filling up these hospitals that people are complaining about. And obviously, like, it's human nature to treat every patient who is ill. At some point, I don't know what must be done. I don't have a solution for this, but I've heard a lot of complaints. Like, working at the hospital, I've heard a lot of complaints that some of these people are not legally here, and some don't even pay. Mind you, don't even pay for the services that they are being offered, and they get TTOs to take home, stuff to take home, medication, food, supplements, stuff like that, basically for free. And there's just like a whole corruption thing. And also, like, when was it? I think like 2 months ago. Healthcare workers, but mainly doctors, were complaining about the lack of jobs, and they were striking. Where has that gone now? Because I'm pretty sure ever since then, the people who complained, I don't know if they've gotten jobs, but what I do know is that there's still a lot of people unemployed in the healthcare sector. They're just gonna look into it, and then it ends there in a way. Nothing happens.
That's politicians for you, man.
I don't know these people's names. There was one on the news, and they were telling him all these complaints. This guy starts talking about, we are building new hospitals in Limpopo, in Mpumalanga. We're doing 1, 2, 3, and we like address the current situation. What they usually do is give you the positives. Yes, there's always going to be positives. It's a hospital. There's not gonna be positive. We address the negatives now, but they start like something good that happens, they will bookmark it, and then they will always like land on those good parts that have been happening, and then just relook all the bad experiences. But anyways, that's what I've seen or what has been trending for like 2 weeks now, and the thing that hurts me is that in 2 to 3 weeks it's gonna be all forgotten, and it will be like, remember that time when people's voices were heard. That's all. That's all that's happening. We were heard, and
yeah, that's one thing about our generation that really bothers me. We are keyboard warriors. I see. I will we'll make something trend on Twitter, but we will never take it to the street.
Yeah,
because that's the only way that you can give it the attention that it deserves. On the street, disrupting services.
Because like on the like via social media, it can get more reach and more people to talk about it. On the streets, people who are even affected will complain, or you're disrupting us. Like I might be affected by like electricity or something, and people are complaining about electricity, but I'm on my way to work. I'll be like, these guys, man, they are blocking the road. Now we're trying to go to work to make something of us. But I know that every time I go back home, there's no electricity. I'm complaining.
And I'm complaining.
But on my way to work, I'll be like, guys, you're damaging the road now. You're blocking us. When I get to work, the boss is gonna be angry. Now I have to tell them, alright, I'm gonna be running late.
That's. When I feel like I was Steve Biko, they should have given us a lesson on how to strike, man. Remember how women marched to union building. You go to government buildings. You can't be striking as a teacher and striking at school. That's your place of work. You're destroying where you're supposed to work when the matter gets resolved. Go to the Department of Labor or somewhere, man. When are you loot at the places that you need? you damage the things that you need. If the manager comes and then gives into your demands, who's gonna fix that thing that you broke there?
Yeah, now you have more demands.
I feel like we're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Even in 1976, when they were, who is it? Hector Peterson, the uprise. Yeah, man, they took it to the street. I don't know if they banned the schools. Did they ban the school?
I'd be lying. I forgot all about history.
Yeah. But they took the fight to the police.
Yeah.
They were not hitting teachers and stuff like that. So, man, I feel like we've lost the art of toy. Which is not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing either if you want to get things solved. Because politicians, that's the only language they understand. Taking it to social media, exposing them, what, in a week or two, it's all forgotten.
They know how to divert from the main message.
Yeah.
They've mastered it.
They have, sure. They'll give you nice distractions. Yes, if it's a big strike, they will introduce something else.
And the patient, the patient who complained about all the facilities, they took him to a private hospital. He's getting good care now.
Yeah. Man. Final update before we wrap this up. Mass Music released this album.
I heard like one song. No, that's not the album. Oh, sorry.
They removed something so from Amalanga Wafan. Yeah, doesn't sound the same. People on Twitter say, nah, that guy knew what he was talking about when he wanted the masters. Because this song now, it doesn't have that.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same.
What about Mass Music's album?
I haven't listened to it. I'm just waiting for the hype to die down. No, I don't want the hype to influence my opinion on the album. That's what I usually do with albums. I let the hype die down, then I go to it and listen to it and discover the songs I like myself. Not hear from other people, because I feel like that also influences how you perceive the song. If somebody says, this is good, and I respect that person, I'm gonna overlook, those small things, and then like try to or let it sound like it's nice.
But it's not.
Yeah, but because my friend said it's nice, and I'll try hard to make it nice. Even if there's something that I don't like, BPM, there's some synchronization issues. You tend to be forgiving.
But didn't he also tweet something? Didn't he also tweet something?
Something so it. Oh yeah. He did. He was. He tweeted at around 3 a.m. addressing Mapurisa, saying, hey, the one thing that I'm guilty of is lying, saying that Mapurisa contributed to my SPTPT album, even though he didn't. But the reason I lied...
At all?
No, he didn't do anything on that album. But he lied and said he contributed so that his album can sell. So he used Mapurisa's name to, So that's what he said.
It's leverage.
And then people were like, if you're lying about this, then how can we trust you? Hey. But it was divided, man. I feel like something Soweto has a loyal fan base. People were still behind him. Mapurisa would come and, okay, sure. Hey, we gave you this song for free. Hey, you paid for this song. Now we give us masters for free. So he was contradicting himself on some of the things that he said on that live. You remember that live where he was crying? On that live, he said, hey. What did he say? He said something about the masters, they gave something Soweto masters, what. And then when something Soweto said, I paid you for the masters, he then said, okay, you paid me for this masters. He admitted that, okay, you paid me for this ones. And then on his live, he was saying, hey, we gave him for free. And then people were like, wait, on the live, you said, you gave him the masters for free. Now, what are you saying? Hey. And then he just died down there. He stopped replying my police. He didn't even share a live video this time around. That's where you know that something Soweto caught him in his lies.
Yeah. Anyway, it looks like it will die out. Then we'll move on to something else. That's the life we live in. Something will be talked about, and then once it's done, we move on to something else.
Yeah, we move on.
And that's it. Anyway.